Hello, good morning once more. Uh, I'm sorry for the connection. The connection over here is very, very poor. I was in the point of talking about TBC in Cameroon as TBC leaders in Yaounde. Good morning once more to all the TBC community out there. I would say thank you to Mr. Mellon and say thank you to all the TBCians once more. I know it's real difficult. If somebody knows Cameroon better, they will know that the network here is never stable. That's why the first video I was doing, I wasn't able to go through because of the network connection. I already say this is a real sad situation with network. We can't be using what they call the fourth generation network, and till then we are still having such problems of connection and connectivity. Uh, Once more, I'm sorry for that bad connection of network, but I will beg each and everyone to please notice one thing is that we are in the third world and this is what we are trying to really move out of it. That's why we are trying to do all this, move into a private community where we can have more influence into this community. So once more, good morning to everyone. Okay, I will be saying hi to all my crewmates, the TBC leaders of of Cameroon, Yaounde in Yaounde. The TBC leaders are all over Cameroon now. We are trying to really do a massive group campaign all over the nation. The nationwide, we are already in three regions. We're in Douala, that is in the littoral region. We're in the north, in Garoua, and I'm here in Yaounde myself with Ebekaji. So good morning, Ebekaji. And good morning to my mentor, Mr. Mellon. Mr. Mellon is a wonderful mentor because he really took time to implement, he really took time to teach me how to go through the system. And that's what I've been doing with all my mates. Now we are up to 15 of us working in a very solid crew. And this solid crew is having for objective as main aim to promote that is to promote the culture of following the system to each new member recruit we put in. It's not really easy to really recruit somebody and ask them to give you a $10 fee and the person execute that easily. First and foremost, we know we're in a nation where scams are not really, we can't really detect where is scam and what is true. So I will tell to each and everyone to please give me a listening ear once more because the first video I was going through, the first live broadcast I was going through had a network problem. So I waited till 30 minutes and I wasn't able to reconnect. So that's why I came back into a new video to try to explain what I was trying to say. As I was saying, TBC has a white paper that has to be followed. A white paper which I will tell each new TBC member to read and understand what are the terms of TBC, what are TBC terms. In other words, I will say TBC has as objective to follow a system, and this system will help the TBC community to attain its goals. That is the ICO of TBC. For now, many people tell me TBC is not yet a currency. TBC is still a token. In one point of view, I would say TBC is not a token because we can already use TBC to do purchases. That's why we would like to encourage each TBC member in his or her little manner to try to promote the TBC action that is trying to help TBC become a real currency, a currency which we can use to do our exchanges, a currency in which we can use to give value to things. Because if we have up to $1 million of TBC, that's in fingers or in TBC in our account, because actually one TBC it's worth from the formula that was given 3,299,000,000 euro. That is a lot big money. But as we can see, one Kringle, it's $8. It's $8.16 if I'm not mistaken. We can see that it is really, really a big sum. But if we can't use it in our community, then it will mean nothing. Then it will really be significant. That's why our tower each TBC session and not a Kringler. All the Kringlers can wait for we TBC session to continue doing what we are doing, to put in implement in more effort to make sure TBC reaches its goal. TBC reaching its goal of 1 billion persons is a huge thing because we will be able to find into the community all sorts of individuals, people in different sorts of businesses in life, in different domains in life. There is, for example, we can have medical doctors, we can have traders, we can have tailors, we can have businessmen, we can have lawyers, we can have magistrates, and that will be a very good thing for our TBC family. I would tell people don't hesitate to give this gift of over $2,000 to individuals because this gift we are going to give people. When giving someone a gift, let the person know why you are giving him this gift. This gift I'm giving you is not for you to take and keep, but this gift I'm giving you is for you and give to another person. And that is through following a step. And tell each and every seller that when he wants to serve his springers or his TBCs, I know it's very useful to buy a TBC because if we have to take into account that one TBC is now 3 million, just even say $3 million, that is a huge sum of money. So each member, when you are trying to sell or when you sell your Kringles to a new TBC member, please go into the transaction verification in our Kringle cashback office and validate the transaction. If not, the individual will not benefit from the gifts. Or tell him to go into it and fill all the information concerning the transaction verification because there they'll put the date. I know in the TBC back office we are going to put the date of the transaction, the time of the transaction, the seller's email, the amount in Pringles purchased, the amount in dollars purchased, and you are going to put your full name and your bank account, your wallet account. So please don't forget when doing transactions to do that because most of the time I purchased fingers from my mentor, Mr. Helen, but weren't able to go in and validate my transactions. It's of recent when I was looking over past videos of Randy that I noticed we had to go in and validate these transactions to show so we can have a benefit at the end of October. That's from November. Or otherwise, these transactions I'm doing because now I always do my best to purchase Kringles as much as possible. That is like a wallet, a saving account I've opened in TBC. And I know as a TBCian, I have all right to put in every aspect in a positive manner because I know TBC is moving towards the right direction. And as TBC is moving towards the right direction, I have faith and I have hopes to see our community attain its objectives. I will tell people TBC white paper does not say TBC will enter any platform of exchange. Our white paper wants TBC to be an independent cryptocurrency because we are a private entity, we're a private community in which I know each and everyone will have the right to be able to use his TBC because TBC has a greater value. But if you enter any coin market, if you enter the coin market cap, we enter the Bitrex, or enter any other platform of exchange, then I bet you TBC is not going to be respecting its regulations or what it says And it is very bad that we don't respect what we are talking about. Let's be masters of what we are implementing. You know, it is it is but normal that each currency have a lifetime, and in a lifetime, a lifetime is a period of going from one period to the other till the maturity that is starting from the phase of how do they put that? The phase of bringing to birth something that is you give life, you are giving life to TBC. How are we giving life to TBC? One, we took TBC from the token phase that started in 2016, and now TBC took life in tokens without any value. And now we TBCians that are entering into this huge project are trying to take TBC out of from a token to ICOs. But I know the ICOs phase, that is the phase of distribution, the phase of calling on to the public by giving them gifts, for example, is a phase in which TBC has to develop. There's a development phase of each new individual. There's a development phase and there's a growth phase. So I know now we are in a phase of massive growth campaign. That is actually we are developing and we are growing. So for the TBC family that started with just one, two, three persons that are there to this huge campaign and had this great vision that TBC was going to do a wonderful success and change people's mindset and remove this spirit of poverty, because I know poverty is a mindset. It's not really physical, it's not really materialized. We materialize poverty once we start thinking of poverty. If you start thinking of of being rich, there is riches. Riches are in different forms of way. We can be rich either in our mindset, and if you are rich in our mindset, I bet you that's the greatest rich, that's the greatest power man has. It's mindset. The way you set your mind, that is the way things are going to be materialized into your life. So please, doing evangelization as what I'm doing through live broadcast to each huge TBC members or through the massive growth campaign that each and everyone has developed in a different strategy. I would beg you to try to let each and everyone know that TBC's aim is not to enter a coin market cap, is not to enter any platform of exchange, but TBC goals are to make sure we reaches a billion persons and we can use our TBC currency in our private community. That's why this gives this different method to distribute the money, but we don't distribute the money in TBC freely because we need to do some work. Like what I'm doing, I'm evangelizing through the social medias, through YouTube, through WhatsApp, through Facebook. Those are work we are doing in trying to bring each and every member of TBC into place. So please, my fellow TBC family mates and my fellow TBC friends out there, out the world, I know we are really just a young family because 3 million is not as compared as 20 million. There is a family like in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is already up to 17 million Bitcoins already produced. TBC, we are still in 3 million. So we have a long way to go, a long battle to fight. It's a real battle. Let's real battle it out. I know sometimes it becomes really disturbing when we are using, because I know many people that are getting discouraged. They have a lot of fingers in their account, they have a lot of cookies they have already accumulated, but they're frustrated because they say they don't know what to do with it. Someone even called me to tell me, let me sell you my account so I can take the money. But I told him, friend, look, we are doing something of trading. Let's say we are trading in a long time. We are trading in a long time. But somebody like me, even though I haven't gone through the cash flow coaching system, it's around this cash flow coaching system because really the platform is inoperational. I can't get in access into that platform, and I will really pray that Pixel get into contact with us here in Cameroon because we are really interested to be able to work $100 a day. We are really interested to get the cash flow pushing sessions, the next sessions that are coming in, but we are unable to really go through the TBC Ramsey coin com. So the platform is the blog is inaccessible for us here in Cameroon. I don't know. I called Mr. B. Derek the other day, the TBC leader here in Cameroon, and exposed to him this problem. But I don't know why he wasn't able to expose to Mr. Randy, because I know Mr. Randy is one of the cash flow coaching students. He was to submit our how do they call it, our demands to Mr. Randy, and Mr. Randy could have submitted it to Pixel to be able to help us go through. But for whatever the case, I'm like a trader that is going in for a day trader, because I'm a long-term trader and I'm a day trader as well at once. So it makes me a mid-time trader. Because why am I saying I'm a trader? Because we are entering, we've accepted to enter into a community which has a long vision. TVC is a community that has a long vision. Our vision is for a long time and it's not for now. So what I would say is that let's put ourselves into the place or into the minds of long-term traders and day traders. Why can we be day traders? We can be day traders by doing what we call activation for each new member that is entering TBC. I know many people always compare that process with the multi-level marketing, the MLM system. But I'll tell them it's not an MLM system. It's true, it's typical. When we want to look at the resemblance, we must bring in somebody to be able to sell in the long term. That's true. That's what somebody told me yesterday. Look, guy, this your TBC thing looks like an MLM system, and I'm not really comfortable with an MLM system because there are a lot of MLM systems that are very difficult to attain to. I tell him, look, guy, I'm somebody that make each day I can make at least in a day $10, even though I haven't gone through the cash flow system. I make at least $10 a day because I know the system. I have studied the system. I have studied the steps. That is a blueprint of TBC. And now I'm able to say proudly that I'm capable of going through and getting at least $10 a day. That is not really what my objectives are in TBC. It's true we need money to live our daily life, our day-to-day life. So, friends, I would tell each and everyone to put in place one strategy, because I know we know each little trader in our different communities. We know maybe someone that sells just eggs, for example. We know somebody that sells milks. We know somebody that sells laptops, telephones. I would like each and everyone to go and try to negotiate, because we are entered TBC and we want the TBC community to grow. And for people to see interest of getting into TBC, then they must know that what I have into my account is not a token. The Kringles I have into my account are not tokens, but they are real cash, because I can exchange my cash for a goods. I can exchange my cash for a service. And I bet you guys the massive growth campaign is going to be really fast. Um, I'm truly proud of the work many TBC leaders are doing, like Mr. Randy himself, through the communications he does, how the broadcasts he does, and Mr. Erickson, and Mr. B. Derek here in Cameroon, Mr. Cornell himself. I know there are a lot of TBC that are out there doing great work and trying to really make the family grow up. And I myself, because truly here in Yaounde in Cameroon, I do say I can do say from my testimonies or from what I'm doing to many others. I'm really doing a great work with my team, the leaders of TBC in Yaounde, Cameroon. We are really doing a great job, because now we are separated. Each and everyone has gone to a different path, and each and everyone is trying in his or her own place to do a wonderful thing. Where, for example, Mr. Romeo, that is in Garoua, here in Cameroon, he has gone there to preach, to evangelize the people in the northern region of Cameroon about TBC. We have, for example, Mr. Mohamed, that is in Douala himself. He went down to Douala trying to do again another great job. I know in Douala we have already Mr. B. Derek, Mr. Cornell that are doing great jobs there. But him himself, he has gone again down to try to accelerate the process. We have I myself, Abdelaziz, that is here in Yaounde, and we have Mr. AV Kaji, that is also here in Yaounde with me, trying to do the same job we are doing. Then we have my mentor, Mr. Merlin. I know it's very difficult. This is how do they say the rentrée scolaire, as I always say, that is a period of entrance back into school. Going back to school is not easy. He has a lot of TBC, and finally, for now, he don't really know what to do with it. So I will encourage many people as possible to try to look into it to make sure our TBC community grows in a positive manner. Let's not get discouraged. I know it's not easy when we need cash or we need a service and we have much money in cryptocurrencies and we don't know what to do with it. So that is really disturbing and that will really hurt our judgment. So let's put in mind one thing. We are already into the family. And I know before anyone gets into this, he does what he called the analysis. There are different analysis. There's a technical analysis and there are fundamental analysis. Before you get into anything, fellow mates, fellow friends, please take time, read the white paper. That is a contract, the term of contract of any business you want to get into. It's not when you're already into so body and soul, then that you start saying, okay, I didn't understand. Let me know why is it like that. Okay, I want to sell my accounts. Like many people always come and tell me, okay, I want to sell back my account. I already have in my account this number of cookies. So for now, I need money. I need cash. I don't know what to do with it. I will tell them, look, friend, I'm sure in my own little part I can help you. How can I help you? I will help you show you follow the system. And once I show you follow the system, I bet you'll be able each day to work $10 as I am doing almost every day, even if it's not all the time, but I work $10 almost in a daily basis. So when I tell them this, I have private sessions, private meetings, private classes, if I can call, which I organize every day. I always give at least 2 hours of my daily time from Monday to Sundays to my new recruit to try to help them follow the system and show them how they can work themselves $10. And as I'm a cash center, I want to become, how can I say, a big distributor. Why am I going to say I'm going to want to be a big distributor? Is because I'm into a network where I can have easy access to cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and I know it's in my positions I can have it almost at every time because I have a really big network. That's what I'm trying to say. And we will encourage each and everyone. I will also try to encourage each one person in Yaounde to become a cash center. Because becoming a cash center, I know you have 20% after the administration or after activation of each person's paying each person's admin fee. So I will be pleased and glad to help each and everyone to get to the point of starting being a cash center. I am a cash center now. It's been a long while. And before even the idea of being cash centers was developed, I was already doing that. And truly, I can bet you, being a cash center have helped me to be able to be financially independent because most of the time now, one person will call me, okay, a new recruit, can you help activate his, pay his admin fee? I'll say, okay, that is good. Send me $10 plus the transaction fee, then I will do that. But the person, there is one confusion people always make. They told them what is good with cryptocurrencies is the time of transaction is being reduced. One, the transaction fees are not going to be paid any longer. Two, and I will let them know that there is one thing. Transforming one cryptocurrency to another, it means we are trying to move from one town. It's like moving from one town to another where you must automatically need a transaction fee. So let them not be surprised that they will ask them for activation. They have to pay me plus a $2 fee for the transaction fee from Bitcoin or from Litecoin or from Ethereum to activate their cryptocurrencies. So, fellow brothers, fellow mates, it's time. Let's really get into work. Mr. Randy, I, as a holder of Pringles, of cookies, not yet a TBC, but I would like that would be one of my greatest dreams to be able to purchase a TBC or to gain a TBC, even at least a one TBC. I know people will say that's moderate, but having one TBC costs actually, if I'm not mistakenly, 3 million euro. Brothers, 3 million euro is not small. That is a lifetime investment. I can do a lifetime investment with that. But as my new recruits will always tell me, do you know what is very frightful with TBC? It is a huge sum TBC has. That is to say, but if one TBC costs $3 million, where is Atme going to collect this money to pay each and everyone? Because I know right now, if it's small, at least 1,000 persons have at least one TBC at their possession. Where is Atme going to collect all this money to pay each and everyone? I say, look, in the economic system, we need to keep the economic moving. So the economic money has flow. That's why we have to cash flow and not cash out this TBC currency. Because if you do cash flow, then I find it very easy to always pay each and everyone. This huge money we are seeing, these huge sums we are trying to see, we are not even up to imagination that admin can have money to pay each and everyone. Then we are going to see is going to be very, very easy for admin to pay each and everyone. I would like each and everyone to put in mind one thing. We are a fast growing family, a fast growing community. The actions we put in place, or the actions we are putting in place right now, are going to determine what the future will look like. So, before putting any action in place, please reason twice, think twice. We are a family which have to be built on trust. And if this family have to be built on trust, then let's put actions that are trustworthy. For example, if I'm able to obtain one TBC, that is huge money, I'm going to really do something positive first and foremost for my community. That is going to be a surprise if really I'm able. So I will tell all those who are out there, those who are in America, those who are in Indian, those who are in Europe, to do something to promote TBC family to be able to purchase directly from these big stores, these big enterprises. That is, I that am into the TBC family, for example, if I'm a phone seller, I can be able to purchase phones out there directly from shops with my TBC account. without going through paying, transforming into PayPal or transforming into Bitcoin before getting access. So if we can touch these big companies, for example, let's just say Samsung, it, then we are going to put in more people into it, because when one phone seller will see, okay, with my TBC in my account, I can be able to purchase directly in Samsung's manufacturing house, or I can be able to purchase a car from General Motors, for example, then transport it to Cameroon, then I think that will really be attractive. That will really call for attention for many people. So, fellow brothers, fellow TBCians, I'm going to tell you guys, let's put in mind one thing. We are a fast growing community, we are a fast growing family. Our community is really fast growing. And if we have to really reach our objective, let's reach our objectives in such a way nobody will regret entering into our family. So, Pixel, Admin, Mr. Randy, you know we will always come back to you because you people are like the promoters of this initiation, in this of this innovation. TBC is a cryptocurrency as many others, over 2,000 cryptocurrencies. It is now, today as I'm talking now, over 200,000, 2,000 cryptocurrencies that exist. And in different, in the, for example, in the platform of exchange, CoinMarketCap, we have over 1,960 cryptocurrencies that are already there. So, if TBC is not to enter any CoinMarketCap that is not our reach, then TBC have to have a real policy to put in place and to implement, so that we in the TBC family we can be proud and we can be really say we are lucky to be part and parcel of TBC family. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because for now I am like a little bit confused when I have to explain to somebody that TBC is not a token. That TBC at all is not a token. And TBC is not in the ICO phase. We are having our own life cycle. TBC has its life cycle. And we have already left the birth phase. That is the day we came in, TBC came in, it was a token. And now we are trying to do what we are in the phase of massive growth campaign and development at once. So TBC is developing and TBC is growing. How is it TBC developing and growing? We are developing because we are trying to get in touch with one or two businesses all over our nations, our different nations, because we're from different nations. And if we're becoming a TBC family, let's not just be a family that we talk through social media or talk through live broadcast. Let's be a family that can gather once every year in one part of the world to see how it is possible to gain grounds, access into our different community, our different communities. Let's gain ground. Let's gain ground. Let's really gain ground in our different communities. Gaining ground how? If we can meet a shop seller, a seller in our local community, and negotiate with him to be able to accept TBC as a cryptocurrency, a means of exchange for his goods, then I think we are going to be touching even the least persons we are trying to reach. Because TBC is not for the privileged only, it's for all the masses privilege and for those that already have a lot. Those are some of the reasons we are going to see if TBC attain these objectives we ourselves are putting in place, then my brothers will not need to go in rushing for any other cryptocurrency. So I will say thank you once more for this little moment people will take to listen to this my live broadcast. Time goes well and time goes on very fast, so we don't have time to waste because it's already 35 minutes as I started. Why it's like I just started a few minutes ago, so it's already 35 minutes. I would like to believe in you guys. So I will say hello to all the TBC members in Yaounde, especially to the leaders of TBC in Cameroon, Yaounde. I will also say hello to all my new TBC recruits because now they are part and parcel of the TBC family. Even to those who haven't yet paid their admin fee, I know they're going to do that very soon. And I will always encourage them to do that because I always tell them, look, there's a secret I have for you. I can show you how you can work even at $10. We know we are in in a place where social medias have already gained ground. So we can use the social medias not in a negative manner as we always use, but we can use it to create money, to create worth. So I can show you how, for example, you may work at least $10 using our platform, TBC platform. TBC is a wonderful family, and TBC, I know we have a long journey to go, and I know we are going to attain our objective. Our objective, I know we are going to reach, reach these objectives. That is to attain a billion of persons, a billion of interesting persons in transport, in telecommunications, so we cannot have any network problem any longer. They will be there to support our network and to help that the family really grows bigger and faster. And we are going to look on calling for many people from different parts in education, in the medical field, in the law field, in all the aspects of life, even the buy and sell arms, as we call it here. Those are people that buy and resell. We are not traders, but we are into the fast race and we're into a very competitive world. And if we need to win this competition, I bet you we need to put in solid grounds, solid foundations, and solid foundations have to be based, knowing that TBC is mostly for those that have not getting something yet concrete, and those even that have getting something concrete. So we can come and try to exchange our point of views and exchange our ways of thinking and see how we can help our communities grow. Let's not be selfish because here in TBC family we are not selfish. We give gifts, so why should we not use this gift in a proper manner? The gift of $2,000 you have received is just a first step. So thank you, admin. Thank you, Randy. Thank you for listening to me, all the members of TBC. I'm Mr. Randy. Please, I'll beg you to let Pixel know that he needs to help us to get connected to tbcrandy.com to get to be to be a student in the next cash flow coaching system. Thanks to everyone. Ciao, and next time. It's Aziz, Sedi Aziz from Yaounde, Cameroon. Ciao.